Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? We are live in Austin, Texas this morning. July 3rd, 2024. I got another camera view in here this morning that we're going to try out when the sun's not pointing right in the camera. I had some people tell me that it would be nice to, when we're chatting and having conversations, to kind of see what's going on inside the car too. So I have a view inside the car and a view, the normal view right out the front. So hopefully that'll be a little more helpful. Let people know who they're talking to and what I'm doing while we're driving around doing this crap. Today, hang on. Yeah, I'm stuck in traffic on Mopac.
District Court was closed down for 35. You can cancel.
We had a really good show yesterday, a really good stream. I enjoyed the heck out of it. A lot of people chatting. Boy, it makes it go by so quick, man, when people are chatting and you know, people are active and it makes the day go by really, really fast. Why is my stats not working? Interesting. My view count is not working. Active viewers is not okay. So we got active viewer 42. Okay, so my active viewers is working. All right. So later today, I'm gonna be testing the Odyssey live feature. I'm on Odyssey now. That's gonna be my main home, and so I'm gonna be testing their live streaming feature as it relates to multi-stream, because I multi-stream. I stream to pretty much all platforms. Well, I'm not doing Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and then now Odyssey. Odyssey has me on their featured page right now, which I think is very awesome. Very awesome to see that. You know, we get shunned by all the other platforms called hateful organizations and whatever else, or dangerous organizations. And the folks at Odyssey reach out to me and they're like, hey, come over here to our platform and we'll hook you up. And boy, did they ever. Doing really, really well on Odyssey right now. They don't have anywhere close to the number of viewers that YouTube has, but at the same time, it's YouTube is a weird place, man. Trying to be a creator on YouTube it's a weird place. X is a really great place for creators. Their ad revenue sharing is top notch. Top notch. Their ad rev is awesome. It's really good stuff. We're headed down to the water tower camp right now is where we're headed. There's supposed to be a clean out happening down there. Supposed to be any time now this week. It's what is today? Is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday, so it should be happening anytime. Now tonight and tomorrow night we're going to have some, I think tonight, for sure tomorrow night, a Independence Day live stream. I'm going to be streaming pretty much most of the day and most of the evening. We're going to be out covering grass fires and fights and car wrecks and whatever else happens on July 4th. I really hope, though, if you're out on July 4th, if you're out on Independence Day tomorrow, and you do have any alcohol, please don't drive. It doesn't matter if you just had a little alcohol, please don't drive. There's some apps out there, Uber and Lyft, I believe they offer discounted, if not free rides when, so you don't have to take a chance of killing yourself and killing someone else. It's very stupid to drink and drive. Very, very stupid. It's not a good idea at all. Then we got this massive hurricane, tropical storm, whatever they're calling it today. It's a hurricane right now that could be hitting Texas soon in the next, about early next week. That's very interesting. One of the earliest major hurricanes ever. June is an early month for those kind of hurricanes. And I do weather photography, so I love that stuff. I will not be going down, though, to photograph that thing. I'm not a big fan of hurricanes. They scare me. They scare me. My mom was on the YouTube stream yesterday chatting. I was like, what in the world is happening? My mom on a YouTube stream chatting. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. Dark horse. Last night I asked a question on X. Who is going to be Trump's vice president pick? And as a side note, I added in that I told everybody that Tulsi Gabbard is my neighbor, which she is. She moved in several months ago down the street from my house. And nobody believed it. They're like, Tulsi lives in Austin? I'm like, no, not Austin. I don't live in Austin. I live in the northwest of Austin. But nobody knew that she moved here, apparently. And, for politically connected people, I thought that was a known thing, that she moved here. It is kind of awesome to have Tulsi Gabbard as a neighbor. I have never met her, but maybe sometime soon I will get to. They bought a very nice, very modest home. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Not a big house at all. It's not anything very fancy. And surprisingly, they bought this very modest house. And, I mean, you look at it from the outside, you wouldn't think that it was somebody like Tulsi Gabbard. But, I've heard a lot of people saying that she may be Trump's vice president pick. Trump or Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't know. I mean, who knows who he's going to pick? I'm just saying I've heard that being talked about more, especially here in the last few days, that they're going to be Tulsi is one of the finalists for his VP slot. I don't even know when does anybody know when he will even be releasing that, when he'll be talking about who his vice president is? I know that I did hear again yesterday that his sentencing on July the 11th is not going to take place because of the presidential immunity ruling that the Supreme Court pulled down. Part of what they charged him with in New York had to do with official acts, which is what made it a felony. So yeah, I think they're about to get that pretty much all thrown out. That would be really awesome if that did happen. Okay, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Test. All right. We are headed over to the water tower camp right now. I'm going to see if I can pull you guys down in there. I'm going to see if I can pull you guys down in there and give you a good view of the water tower camp. I talked to some people that were, obviously we've been there for 2 days, and I told them, hey, there's cars all down in there. So I told them, hey, I'm going to be bringing my car down in there. We're coming in. So I am going to pull my car down into the water tower camp, and we're going to give you guys a tour. Dude, I can hear you. Bitcoin BMW, awesome. I'm going to drive into the water tower camp and hope that I don't get a nail in my tire, because I just got new tires not long ago. And hope that I don't get robbed or carjacked or whatever else. No, they won't do that. They know that we're, well, I hate to say that they think we're on their side. We try to help them. I try to help anybody that needs help. It doesn't matter if it's just homeless people or what. I mean, I will try to help anybody that needs help, and they know that I try my best to help them. So they don't bite the hand that feeds them. Let's put it that way. If I pull in with a carton of smokes and water and socks, believe me, they will take what they can get. They will definitely take what they can get. I'm gonna try. Let's see here. Let's see if this inside camera is gonna work. All right, can y'all see that? Can y'all see the inside camera? I'm not going to use it all the time, but when we're actually talking, I will try to use it. Okay, cool. Does that make it better when we're talking, like when we're actually having conversation and chatting back and forth? Does it make it better to have a view of who you're talking to? I just had several people message me saying, look, we need, it would help to be able to see you so we can see who we're talking to. But I didn't want to take away from the outside view. The water tower camp is just right down here in front of us on 71. Now, if they are actually in the process of cleaning that camp out, we're not going to be able to go in there. I'm sure there is a thousand opinions on it, believe me. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people they just don't care. I mean, a lot of people, they just don't care. I mean, everybody knows who I am. I'm not trying to fool anybody with who I am. The water tower camp is just right here in front of us. It's going to be this is one of the largest camps in Austin, the water tower camp. Massive. Dude, he's in here. They will move across the highway to the camp behind. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. They will. DC Dave, who's in the chat right now, DC Dave is, him and I, we're the one, we go into these camps together. Dave has worked homeless outreach and such in Houston and Washington, D.C. He's probably the most experienced person when it comes to this that I've ever met. So what we're going to do when I start having more guests here in the car with me, we're going to have a view this way of me, and then we're going to have a view of the guest as well. That'll swap back and forth. That way you can see who the guest is and talk to them. So this area, this water tower camp, it is like half homeless camp, half illegal dumping. A lot of tires, a lot of construction debris, a lot of, just complete nastiness. And what they do, so that this whole area is covered in construction debris. Down at Riverside and Ben White, there's a camp there that I've shown quite a bit. That is another place where there's a lot of illegal dumping. And then you have the water tower camp where there's even more illegal dumping. And so when these contractors and people, when they dump their junk there, then the homeless people come in, they scavenge and build structures out of it. And we are almost there. We're almost there. They build structures and then the structures burn, sadly. Dave, if you're still watching, I don't know. I can't tell if those are at the DC Dave. I see some trucks over there, Dave. I think they may be doing some work. I think they actually may be doing some work. I'm kind of worried about driving into that camp. I don't want to run over any nails. I've got new tires on here, and I don't want to jack them up. Stuff's too expensive nowadays. A lot of traffic. Okay. Don't drive into it? Well, let's see if anybody's here first. I know they won't be going in from the Montopolis side because it's cut off by a fence. So if they're going to clean it, they're going to have to clean it from this front area right here. Nope, there's nobody here cleaning. There's no... Shit. Loading the Batmobile, cold water, the best thing to do this way is try to make the move. Yeah, you're right, Dave. We can go back in here and talk to them. If you want to. Come back in here and talk to them and see. I'd like to see if anybody's been back out here to tell them to skedaddle. Yeah, no, it's all still there. Yep, it's all still there. It is all still there. We're gonna drive back on Montopolis and see from that side. Dave, do you want me to come to your house right now? Or do you just want me to wait out here for you? If you're listening, still. Yep. Did you see the truck as I drove by? That front part is the main part that they're going to be demolishing and cleaning out. So much stolen property in that place. People really have no idea just how much stolen property is in there. I would, you know, a lot of the cars that's in there may very well be stolen. Must be Lord of the Flies. Well, see, here's the thing. This is what we learned from talking to the people in there. There is a main guy in the camp. A main guy in the camp. And he kind of, they say that, you know, there's one main guy. It's got like I guess like he runs the camp. and I think we found his camp. I put out a video that had like a massive structure that was built out of stuff from a warehouse, like the shelving from a warehouse that you would stack pallets and stuff in.
Central View.
Be with it.
This is the other place. This is the other part where we go in. So if you look
Can you back me up?
to the right side, there's a place where cars go down, and to the left side, these both go into this massive camp. On the right side over there is where that old boy told me to give him my backpack and sunglasses and all that shit. Oh man, what I hit? That didn't sound good. Okay, I've got to look and see where. Okay, Grove is straight ahead. Montopolis is back this way. So we're gonna go down Montopolis.
Skyhawk 1076.
Kick. What's up, man? I got a comment on Kick. That's pretty awesome, actually. Oh yeah, we're streaming on Kick too. I forgot I was streaming over to Kick. Streaming to Kick. Let's see, where am I streaming to? I'm streaming to X, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and Facebook. I have 142 viewers on X, 4 on YouTube. Alright. Butterfly, good morning. How are you doing? We are floating around these homeless camps down here. I got a view inside. Check it out. How do you like that? We're floating around these homeless camps right now in South Austin. My buddy DC Dave and I are about to go into the water tower camp again because they're going to be cleaning that camp out. So we're going to go back in, and yeah, I had some people telling me that that they wanted to see who, like when we're chatting, they wanted to be able to see who we're chatting with. So I figured I'd put a view up that I could turn on and off. And I can turn it on and off. Woo! Bye-bye. I think that's pretty handy. Tienda Naturista. See, that is a big homeless camp as well.
I think we're a little closer to our salt 96 feet, I guess.
I think I'm gonna pull in the driveway to, yeah, when we're in the camps like this, we like to get started early because it's so hot, you know? We like to get started early.
Panic 6, you can cancel. 24, can I take this?
Thank you.
All right. you what, when you're going to be in the heat all day, these are the best things that you can drink. These cucumber lime electrolyte beverages. They are very good for you. Very, very good for you. They'll replace all those electrolytes. And when we're out here working in the camps, it is a sweaty, sweaty job. Yeah, they do.
Engine
Yeah.
16.
They do. They cook pretty much all the time in there. You can smell it. They cook, and then they end up setting the camp on fire. It is the way it is.
Receive
They end
code
up
1.
setting the camps on fire. We're going to drive by slowly by this one again. They have what they've done in this particular camp we're about to drive by. They took a bathtub that was, I guess, construction debris. They took a bathtub and they put it next to a fire hydrant, and then they made a way that they can open the fire hydrant and fill the bathtub up. And it's a big garden tub. It's not just a little bathtub. It is a massive garden tub. I'm going to drive by real slow so y'all can get a good look at this place. So they've got running water and a bathtub in this homeless camp.
6704 Isabel Drive for a fall.
There you go. Look at that up in there. Holy moly, moly, moly. Great googly moogly. That is a massive camp. Massive, massive camp. So I also have, if anybody wants stickers, I've got nomadic stickers. If anybody sees me out and about, or if you want some nomadic stickers, all you got to do is send me a message and I'll get you a sticker. Dave, I think what you're asking about is remember the guy I was telling you about? I was telling you about the guy that was in the camp that thought that they were literally about to kill him. That's Dude Bro Dude. He is the guy that went to find his trailer in that camp. Are they forced to stand on the street corners as part of a job, or do they work together? I'm not sure what you mean. The homeless people? All right. Sorry, I got to turn that one camera view off. It's overloading my encoder. Oh, man. Dave, it's going to be hot out here today. It's going to be hotter than hell. It's already almost 90 degrees. Yeah, I mean, there's a homeless leader that has others work on the. No, they don't do that. It's just, it's so in a homeless camp, it's kind of like a little city. They have rules. They have, if people are bringing in a lot of crime or a lot of craziness, they will kick them out. They don't want, most of these homeless camps, they don't want the craziness in there. They know that if a bunch of crime and dope and shit is brought into these camps, they're gonna, that's gonna bring the cops. They don't want the cops there. They don't want anybody from the outside there. So they have kind of like a structure set up to where, they have like a main guy. The first time I encountered this was on the Williamson Creek Greenbelt. There was a guy in there. He was an older man, homeless man. His name was Chuck. He went by the name of OG, like, original gangster. And Chuck was the leader of the Williamson Creek Greenbelt homeless camp. He was kind of like the mayor. And if somebody wanted to come live in there, you would have to go ask, if, I want to come live in your camp. And if things were getting too out of hand or too crazy, they would get together and boot you out. They try to keep the riffraff down as much as they can, because they know that it brings nothing but trouble to them. There's a camp right here on this corner. Right in there. Yeah, it's bad. There was 2 murders in this camp. The camp that's right over to our right side of the screen. Yeah, they try. But much like anything else, it's hard for them it's hard for them to keep order all the time. But they try their best to keep order in these places. They don't want the outside. They don't want cops. They don't want the city. They try their best to keep the riffraff out. Obviously, if a camp burns down, or if there's somebody living in the camp that is selling dope, that there's a good chance that eventually that camp is going to get raided by the cops, and that's not good. If you're trying to live, you don't want to live next to somebody that's doing that. But then you also have the camps where it's just crazy all the time. They don't really give a shit. And so it's like chaos 24/7. The Violet Crown, this was a camp last year that I documented. We filmed it last year, and I, that my videos of that camp, we made it. God, I was on the news in Europe. I was everywhere on the news for that, and I mean, that went like worldwide viral. It was really awesome. That camp was one of those camps that it was just crazy. It was absolute chaos all the time. We would go in there and talk to them, and one guy, told us that in one summer, he ended up having to use Narcan on 12 different people because they overdosed. They had a murder in that camp. You had one guy messing with another guy's woman, and he took a gun and just popped him. See, this guy's gonna get ran over, man. Yeah, he's walking in the street. There's rules on the street that you gotta follow. And if you follow the rules, you're good to go. Steve Adler. There was a homeless blind guy around Slaughter and Cullen. He would kick and throw things at cars, and it was so dangerous to drive through there. I think he may be gone now. Yeah, that happens a lot. Look, we drive by them all the time. I'm sure most people that drive through Austin have driven through where they see people basically like fighting with the air and yelling at people that just aren't there. They're just yelling and screaming at people. Then they become violent with traffic. They run out in traffic and attack cars. But the bad thing about it is, the way the laws are right now, there is absolutely nothing the cops can do about it. They can't help these people. once upon a time, they could help these people. They could make sure that they got into a place where they could get some help, get on the medication they need to be on. But now they will not force people into treatment. It just is the way it is. It's really, really sad. But it is the way it is. I'm just kind of making laps down here. I'm waiting on my buddy DC Dave to get in town. How do they walk? Talking. It's a mixture of mental health issues. Most of them are probably schizophrenic, and so they're either hearing or seeing things that are not there. And then, of course, you add drugs to that, and it's once you add a schizophrenic taking drugs like methamphetamines, it makes their schizophrenia a million times worse. So, people smoking meth, they can hallucinate just because of the meth. Now, you imagine if you're prone to hallucinating and then you end up taking a drug that makes it that much worse. That's when they usually become violent. They hear things and they see things, and it's just as real as you and I. Like, Butterfly, you looking at your phone right now. These people see things, and it's just as real as what, we're doing. Like, we're looking at our phones. When they have hallucinations, they legit think that they're looking and talking to people. So when you see somebody walking down the sidewalk screaming at people, screaming at somebody that's not even there, they're either hearing something that is real or they're seeing something that to them is real. Mental health in the homeless community is a big, big problem. They need help. It is scary because they become violent. They become very violent. They think people are following them. They think people are trying to set them up. They think people are trying to kill them. And so they're like constantly on the defensive. And if the wrong person, you or I, walking down the sidewalk, just happens to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, they could try to hurt one of us. It's crazy, man. Mental health is a big problem in the homeless community. Big, big problem in the homeless community. And it's not their fault, especially the people with true mental health issues. If they're, it's not their fault that they have mental health issues. And most of the people that are on the street with mental health issues, they are so sick that they don't want help. They don't try to get help. It's hard for them to get somewhere to take their medicine. It's hard for them. It's almost impossible. They need help. There needs to be laws that can force these people to get help. It's not humane to leave people on the street like that. And those are the people, when the cops come into contact with them, that ends up getting shot by the cops because they're hallucinating. They see something. It's a really, really messed up situation all the way around. It's really, really a messed up situation. Yep, by a homeless person. We're gonna pull in here, see if we can go ahead and find a parking spot. I'll show you where we park when we go into this camp. Let's see if maybe I can't show you a view down into the camp. We park right here on the street when we go into this camp. Here, I'll show you a view. See straight down in there? Straight ahead? That's the homeless camp right there. Straight back off into the woods. Yep, until you go off into the woods. It's a nice area until you walk into the woods. Then it is not so much nice anymore. Not so much nice. I don't think any of those folks are even awake right now. They won't sleep too much longer because it's hotter than hell out here. Nope, not down here in South Austin. If you go into one of the green belts or a park, or see that guy with that, you see this guy right here with the trailer on his bike? He lives in that big camp. They go out with their trailers doing like what they're doing right there, and they go out and just collect massive amounts of stuff and take it back into their camp. He's pulling him a trailer. They just go and collect as much stuff as they can. J Skills, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Oh. I am sitting at Montopolis and Ben White. Montopolis and Ben White. We're getting ready to go into this camp here in just a short period of time. All right. On the way. All right, guys. I will gonna end this now. We're about to go into this camp. I'll go live. I know Butterfly, you wanted to see a live view of these camps. I will go live in the camp and show you the inside of this camp as soon as we get in there. I'll go live from my Pixel, my Google Pixel. I'll show you the inside of this camp. Give me about 45 minutes or so. I will